Thank you for the opportunity to present here at this wonderful event. And
yes, so without further ado, let's start. So actually our talk will be a little bit of a different format. We are going to present the result of our small practical experiment. So unlike the bigger projects that were discussed earlier.
As you see, we are working with the large language models, which can be applied for scholarly peer review.
This is Mikhail Bukhtoyarov. He has the PhD in social philosophy.
And this is Anna, who has PhD in library information science.
Masters.
Masters in library information science. So we lost our research interests and decided to try this advanced and widely used tool.
So, well, the issue we would like to discuss is the growing application of large language models for academic publishing, but in particular focus. We are going to look at their usage of these models for peer reviewing. And it's quite a big thing because well, right now more and more publishing organizations, they start to post some statements about the use of large language models particularly for peer reviewing.
So there is kind of contradiction. This technology is already here, but the policies are in progress. And our research question was very simple. Is it enough to have one or more
automated reviewers
to obtain valuable and adequate results?
So what we did is we took one research paper to avoid any issues with copyright and ethics. We just took our papers that is already published, that was accepted. And
so we already know that this paper is published and we already got human peer reviewing.
We chose 5 journals. I will discuss how we chose them a little bit later, and also we took 4 most popular large language models that are not specific for academic purposes. It's just for popular large language models.
Actually, we wanted to model the process which is defined by the technology. Our students, our colleagues, those who are not deeply in AI and use of special tools for research, sometimes my students, they just do not realize that they are using these language models.
So, once again,
we constructed a very simple prompt, which consisted of 2 parts. One is the role, which is providing the context for the language model, and the second part was taken from the review guidelines of the 4 journals. So step by step, journal 1, journal 2, 5 journals, and so on. So the second part was changed every time.
Mm-hmm. So this is the article, just to show you that it's quite interdisciplinary. It's really was really hard to find the niche and the journals that would match this article, because it presents educational technology, philosophy,
political philosophy,
yes.
So, which is
so it's very much at the intersection.
And again, it was published in 2021.
Yes, choosing journals. When we looked at the journals with a great impact factor that was already discussed here, most of them belong to the big publishing houses, publishing organizations. And for these organizations, usually there are no specific guidelines for reviewers for particular discipline. They are just umbrella, general guidelines that are on the websites. So we decided to choose independent journals, mostly supported by the universities and associations, that actually have specific guidelines for reviewers for these particular journals. So they are
and that was important for the construction, for the design of our experiment. We also made a kind of hierarchy, so divided the journals according to our expectations, whether they match or do not match the topic of the article. And intentionally, we took journals which we believe are suitable and not really suitable, so we could see how the models evaluate. And here are the results. Actually, this is the core of our research. These are the responses and what we got from the models. And probably you see that the last one, perplexity, was the least critical. It was most friendly, and of course, it is nice to see that our paper would be accepted with minor revision.
But let's compare it with the other reviews, and we can see that, for example, Grok was very critical, and if this model were our reviewer, we would be rejected, or yes, we would need to resubmit in more cases.
Only one, actually, one journal had some potential. What we got here, actually, our initial evaluation of the journals, it matches what we got from the results we got from the models,
but only on average, because like the opinions, can we say that even the opinions of different journals were really different, or different models were really different about the articles and how would it match the scope and the requirements of the particular journal.
So journal 3 was the most adequate for our article. And the only difference was journal 5, where the models were quite in favor of our article, but we initially did not think that.
And what else? The one that is more that was more favorable for us, their perplexity. It actually the analysis was very shallow, very superficial. And the ones who gave us more critical, in-depth analysis.
And particularly ChatGPT was the most valuable because it provided the full review with response to the editor and to the author.
And talking about Grok, he also had some issues with.
There is very special thing that we have to keep in mind. These models have different approach to working with the information, and Grok actually used the contemporary internet access and could evaluate our articles against the recently published papers. Others did not do that. And Grok specifically pointed that our paper was based on outdated content. So keep in mind that not all models have the same approach to dealing with the online information. This is a funny part. We reviewed the reviews with the help of GPT, and the results
summary. This is the comparative summary of the results that we got from different models, but reviewed, once again, for this.
We have the same vision. Actually, ChatGPT was the best model for reviewing, but our outcome is that one model is not enough.
Yes, as you see, the feedback from the models are quite different. And this is what we got. So this is kind of the answer to our question. One model is not enough. Two would have better coverage. Three or more, well, here, well, this is where you would maybe confused because they can contradict and overlap with each other.
And the best approach is 2-3 models with tight and constant human supervision.
Yes, so we still need an expert to supervise.
So our recommendation to the journals and to reviewers. Yes, if your policies allow using models for the revision process, they can be valuable source of information, can be valuable assistance, but only when results are compared from different models. One model is not. Journals could provide better structured
For example, the recent introduction of policies, for example, Springer Nature states that, please avoid using AI for reviews because we are right now exploring like our own AI for reviewers, and we think that it's kind of not a productive way, because if the one publishing house or one organization provides one tool for reviewers, that would cause biases. We always need to have some competing models to provide as a tools for reviews. That would be much better.
So openly published reviewing guidelines and maybe even prompts would be really helpful. And if journals want transparent and responsible use of AI tools, they should think in advance, constructing these guidelines and prompts for automated peer reviewing.
And this is just we want to mention, this is the popular framework for academic publishing and academic ethics. And we could see that the discussions about that are already in progress. But unfortunately, in our opinion, they are not quick enough to produce the policies. And so the policies are not yet there, I would say.
So let's
wrap up.
Of course, we understand that more assessment from different disciplines is necessary. It is crucial that our topic was in the humanities. It is important to understand that for the humanities, the parameters can be very different. And urgent work from the community and from the editors is necessary. Actually, these tools are already here, and we have to admit that it is impossible to stop AI. We have to include it in a productive way.
Yes, once again, comparative approach and, of course, human supervision and responsible use. So,
thank you.
Thank you very much. Any questions or comments to this really interesting topic? We really will need to figure out what's the methodology of assessing these tools. And I liked in your approach that you experimented with different models and different journals. This was, I think, well constructed methodologically. Any questions or comments? I have a question. Did you try to also assess if these tools find out if the article was written using AI? Because I think we are approaching a time when we will be in this spiral of AI writing bits and pieces or whole articles and then assessing them, recommending to publish them and expanding the volume of the publications which are available, which will feed into further models. So maybe that's too complicated.
Well, we did.
No, we did not include this particular task because actually the question was whether the AI models, these language models, are capable of imitating and producing the results that would be similar to what a human reviewer would do.
Yes.
And for
writing, there's the whole different topic when you actually, yes, so there is a strong policies for many journals. There is already strong policies in place that you should either not use AI, or you should state clearly that you are using AI and in what capacity. So this is
detection like
obvious, yes.
stylometry or other quantitative
analysis.
methods from text mining, text analysis. It's a separate topic which can be applied.
Yes.